Welcome to Level Headed Gamer, guys. My name is Joseph, and today we're going to be talking about the Sony State of Play that's going to be airing on July 8th at 3 p.m. or 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Pacific Time. And it's going to be predominantly showing Deathloop as the main PS5 exclusive, as well as other indie and third-party updates, and it's going to last a total of 30 minutes. And I want to kind of discuss potentially that it could still be exciting. I think for many people it's very kind of heartbreaking, and the news was just like, oh, it's going to be a small event, they're not going to show a bunch of games. They specifically pointed out that God of War Ragnarok is not going to be shown, Horizon Forbidden West is not going to be shown. They didn't say anything about other exclusive games, but they definitely mentioned that those two are not going to be shown at all, so to kind of almost lower your expectations, and so you're not getting overly excited. But potentially there can be some good information in there, because there's a couple of studios that are third party that are working on big games on all platforms, not to mention on PlayStation platform. That would be Capcom with a rumored Onimusha game, and I think there's another Resident Evil game that's being in the mill somewhere they're created. There's a Square Enix, of course, with Final Fantasy 16 and maybe other projects they're working on they haven't revealed. It could even be Konami. Now, I hate Konami after the Hideo Kojima fallout that they had. They just kind of been messing up in the gaming genre in general and kind of went to making pachinko games, which nobody really cares about. But they are giving out their licenses to other people to create games. So maybe something like Castlevania or another Metal Gear or whatever can be revealed from that Sony State of Play. It's possible because it is a third-party studio. Not to mention Bluepoint Games, technically speaking, even if they're owned by Sony, if they are remaking Metal Gear Solid, which is a big rumor, it's still a third-party game because the rights are owned by Konami. So technically speaking, it can be shown. And not to mention, there's a couple of indie titles. Typically, I'm not a big fan of indie titles. I really don't care about them. But there's a couple of indie titles that have interested me. One of being Sifu, which is this kind of a martial arts beat 'em up game made by the guys who made Absolver, which was also kind of a Souls-like martial arts game. So I'm excited for that one in particular. But again, I think it's right for them to say, don't kind of, lower your expectations, get ready for this. It's not the show we wanted. Let's just put it this way. We wanted a big show. We wanted an hour and a half. It's not going to happen. But there are good news, actually. This actually comes from another leaker by the name of Quim6. It's the same person who leaked that this July 8th event is going to be coming to us. So now he's saying that the God of War gameplay trailer is actually going to be shown in August. And this is about right in how Sony has been acting recently. They stepped away from the whole E3 show, and now they're even stepping away from giving big shows. What they've been doing is they're kind of sprinkling information every month or so, or every 2 months or so, about a state of play that's like half an hour, showing off some gameplay and a couple exclusives. So the attention's always on Sony throughout the months, right? So you're always talking about them, so they're always trending, so they're always showing something different. It almost feels like they're always revealing something on a consistent basis. I personally like the big shows. I like E3, I like grand shows, I like the fireworks, because summer in general is kind of very slow for games. So for us to get this kind of big piece of information is very exciting. It gets us to think about and just kind of speculate what we're going to get. Sony's pursuing a different strategy. Perhaps from a business standpoint, it completely makes sense. For me, it's just not as exciting. I'm sure in sales it's going to pay off because they've been doing really well. But I would love to see some more information, and to see God of War in August, I don't think it's a stretch of the imagination, because technically the game was supposed to come out this year. They pushed it back just a little bit into next year. We got to see some gameplay soon, get people riled up and hyped, because then they're going to have preview events, they're going to have other gameplay showings and everything like that, so they have to get the kind of hype train going. So it's not a stretch of the imagination they're going to have another state of play in August. So I think it's a solid rumor coming from Quem6, and I think what they're doing with Deathloop, personally, I'm excited for Deathloop. I already pre-ordered the game. I really want to play it. Perhaps, I don't know if you guys are excited. I would love to know down below in the comments if you're going to be looking forward to the game. But I'm going to be looking forward to it because it looks really good. And at the same time, the third-party studios, potentially, what if they're showing another Star Wars game from EA or Ubisoft? That'd be exciting news. Even if it's not a PlayStation exclusive, that's exciting news. What if there's other third-party games that are just good games that we're going to see there? It's all a possibility. I am going to lower my expectations. I'm still going to cover it on this channel either tomorrow or at the very latest on Friday. We are going to talk about all these things, but it's like I said, it's not the event we wanted to see. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you think what they're doing here is smart. Are you going to be looking forward to watching it? Are you going to be watching it at all? You don't care? Well, let's see. Do you care about Deathloop? Is there any indie game or third-party game you're looking forward to? I want to just start a conversation on this channel. That's what I love to do, especially with the recent change that I had on this channel. Just having conversation with you guys about the gaming industry. So this is what we do here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe for more gaming news, leaks and rumors, discussions and reviews, as well as some impressions. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day.